What a headshot! What a head!
How's it guys, this is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video, I'll be taking you through my very own team selection for the upcoming Game Week 18. So Game Week 18 is fastly approaching. This will be the last video before Christmas, so please have a blessed time with family, friends, or even alone. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys for the deadline stream coming up on Boxing Day, 1 hour before the deadline. But in this video, I'll be going through my transfer plan and my team selection, where I've already taken a -4 hit as there were a few price rises. So I'll showcase a quick review of how Game Week 17 went before jumping into Game Week 18. So if you guys want to see my squad, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So a quick review of how Game Week 17 went for those of you that didn't watch the video yesterday. Managed to get 79 points below my safety score and therefore got a red arrow to 59k. So that was only a 9k red arrow from where we ended Game Week 16, and I was expecting a lot worse after not having Isaac for his Hattie. So thankfully some of my other players on Sunday managed to return, rising the red arrow. Would have loved a green arrow going to Christmas, but red isn't too bad. Then just showcasing Game Week 18's transfer plan, 1 free transfer 0.2 in the bank, so a small upgrade can be made if you want to. Let me know in the comments down below though, how did your game week go? Was it a great week, a bad week? Was it a red or a green arrow going to Christmas? Always like to see how you guys are keeping up with this season. So let's go over where those 79 points came from, not exactly on the bench, as I managed to bench a few points this week. The most annoying was Semenyo. So if you guys are one of my legend members, you guys will know that my initial team selection had Semenyo in the starting 11 and Enzo on the bench. So what ends up happening? Some overthinking, some hedging goes about, and I end up starting Enzo and benching Semenyo. So he finally got his goal for Bournemouth, a lovely taken goal, and he ended up on 8 points. Then Delort lost their clean sheet. United didn't look too great against Semenyo, and then Greaves wasn't even in the starting 11. Now Fabianski, our goalkeeper, managed 3 points, but so did our starting goalkeeper Raya. I was quite disappointed though with them conceding in a 5-1 win. Just seems like that goal was a little bit irrelevant. Would have loved a clean sheet, as also doubled up with Gabriel in my backline. So at least Gabriel and Trent both got assists, both of them, and then Robinson got the clean sheet for the 6-pointer. Now he literally managed to drop a few bonus points at the end of the game. I think he was on for 2 bonus points, ended up on 0, and it was a few points between them. So if you guys went for Castagna, probably would be quite happy as he matched Robinson and costs a lot cheaper. But this back three wasn't too bad of a performance. Would have loved a few more clean sheets from Trent as well as Gabriel, but I guess we own them for the attacking threat as well. Now midfield department could be summed up with one player, and that's Mo Salah, 42 total Camsey points. So on track to break his record-breaking season a few seasons ago, just simply ridiculous at this time of the season. So if you guys didn't captain Salah, probably would have been a pretty bad game week. Those 42 points, more than half of my game week score. Nothing more needs to be said, just an elite FPL asset at the end of the day, and just compare him to Erling Haaland this season. Now unfortunately Saka ended up getting injured. He has apparently pulled his hamstring and therefore be injured for a number of weeks. So unfortunately just the 1-pointer. Would have loved for him to continue as Arsenal scored 5 goals, and I bet that Saka would have been involved. Then I'll double up of Cole Palmer and Enzo just to kind of give some clarification. I wanted to hedge this fixture. I was hoping that Chelsea scored a bunch of goals, and that's why I started Enzo over Semenyo. Since I own 2 Chelsea attackers, I decided to go for the triple up, and you guys know the rest of the story. Chelsea couldn't score. What I will add though is my third attacker, Nicholas Jackson, ended up missing Enzo plus Cole Palmer assists, so both these 2 assets ended with big chances created. It's a little bit unlucky, yes, but I guess you have to take your chances. At least they got the clean sheet point. Then our front line, Cunha literally saved us after missing out on that Isaac Hattie on Saturday. A Cunha goal plus 3 bonus points was very nice. I mentioned this yesterday, don't really know how he ended on 3 bonus points, as his teammate got an assist plus a goal. I think what ended up happening is he basically had 1 shot and scored that 1 shot, so no negative shots for those bonus points. There was a lot of talk though, obviously, with the ban or potential ban for Cunha. Managed to escape it for Game Week 17, and he might even escape it for Game Week 18. But Nicholas Jackson was the biggest disappointment of the game week. I think he missed 2 big chances in the first half against Everton, and those could have resulted in Enzo plus Palmer more points. Had to keep track with Isaac though, unfortunately in Game Week 17, That obviously didn't happen. Would have really loved if he just scored 1 goal. Same with João Pedro, has been terrible since bringing him in. I think he's blanked in every single game. But at his price point, I'll just continue to hold him as long as Brighton have good fixtures. But unfortunately, that blank kind of wraps up the team and summarizes the team quite a lot. The defense did okay, but Salah carried the points. Would have loved if the other assets kind of contributed to it. But as mentioned, let me know how your game week went. Was it a green or red arrow? And how's that overall rank looking like? Let's now move on to game week 18. So I mentioned this in the introduction, but I actually have already made 2 transfers, only had 1 free transfer, so this is for a -4 hit, and I had to do this last night as there were a few price rises. So this big talking point or transfer plan for game week 18 is Saka out and who to replace him with, and I've actually gone for Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno Fernandes, however you guys want to say it, I don't want to war in the comments down below, let's just call him Bruno for the sake of it. So honestly, this was very close between him and Odegaard. I was also looking at a Saul from Crystal Palace as a budget option, as his Palace fixtures are just so good. However, I did go for kind of a safe option with Bruno. He didn't rise in price, but my second transfer did, and that's why I had to do it last night, as I have no money in the bank now. So if you guys can't afford Bruno, I do think Odegaard is a sufficient replacement. It's very close between them. Arsenal have the better fixtures. I just thought I'd want Bruno for the more medium term. Now the fixtures aren't that great coming up. Newcastle as well as Liverpool are definitely not optimal, but the Wolves and Southampton game hopefully are going to be good. With Saka, we had news that he's potentially going to miss about 8 weeks at the current moment, and therefore if you have him, I would transfer him out. Very tough debate though last night I went through with planning Odegaard versus Bruno. I just decided to go for the United fan. Let's hope that he kind of repays the faith. Now the second transfer and the -4 that I had to take was going to be Cunha to Isaac, and as mentioned, Isaac rose in price last night and I have 0.0 in the bank now, so I had to lock this move in a little bit earlier. Now obviously Cunha might play Manchester United at home, that might be an okay game, but with the price restrictions I wanted Isaac for the medium term. So hopefully this is going to be worth a -4. If Cunha gets banned, this will look even better, and that ban will come eventually. Now I know that Isaac's fixtures aren't the best. I mean, Aston Villa, United, Spurs, I could have gone for a Jesus, but Newcastle are playing so well at the moment and Isaac is in great form. So I do think this will pay off the -4 in the medium term or even the short term, and once again this was for a -4 hit. So you guys can let me know what you think about these moves in the comments down below. Also, what's your transfer plan? You can join my Discord server and I'll try and answer all your questions. So to go over our team selection to wrap up the video, let's go over how the starting 11 looks as well as the bench. Bench kind of picks itself this game week. Now even though Fabianski has Southampton away, I've got Raya who has Ipswich at home. I just trust that Arsenal defense more. Both are very strong games though, can see a clean sheet for both of them actually, but I think it's a no-brainer to go for Raya. Then even though Enzo has Fulham at home, an okay fixture, the rest of my starting 11 I feel has better fixtures. So if he has to come off the bench, at least I can trust him to hopefully get some points. Robinson against Chelsea, I own Jackson, Palmer, kind of hoping they score, but Fulham are pretty strong defense. Then finally Greaves, don't even know if he will be in the squad. Maybe that 4-0 loss to Newcastle will cause some defensive rotation. He also dropped in price this week, so not a great week for Greaves. Now I've already spoken about Raya. I've gone the double up with Arsenal with Gabriel. Even when he doesn't get clean sheets, at least he has some attacking threat. I won't lie though, I'm expecting a clean sheet from Arsenal. Hopefully they have the highest chance this week, at least according to the SpreadX data. Then Trent, even better fixture, Leicester at home, defensive plus attacking threat as always. Super happy to own him this week in a week where people are bringing him in. Then finally Diego Dalot, made a bit easier by the selling of Cunha. I kind of hope that Wolves blank and Dalot keeps a clean sheet. But can we really trust United? I guess I've got 2 of their players now. I can always trust Salah though. Leicester at home is a great fixture, triple captain material even if you guys do want to go there. I don't have to speak too much about this because this is a no-brainer if there's ever been one. Then the newly transferred in Bruno Fernandes, let's hope for a big starting game week. Even though they lost this weekend, United still put up some good numbers. So let's just see what Cunha and crowd has to offer. Let's hope it's not too much, but under the new manager we might see some shake-up. Then Palmer against Fulham, as mentioned, Fulham a pretty strong defensive squad. Let's see what Chelsea do and if they can get back on the winning way of things. Then pretty comfortable playing Semenyo. Crystal Palace at home just conceded 5 to Arsenal. Bournemouth on great shape. Let's hope Semenyo doesn't take it personally that I benched him last game week. Then up front feels a little bit safer to have Isaac against Aston Villa at home. I'm hoping for quite an open game that should suit Isaac. He can't hurt my rank anymore though, and I think he's a great kind of player, and Newcastle on a great attacking moment. Then Jackson against Fulham. I won't lie to you, I'm actually quite nervous about a potential benching, as if you guys have followed the European kind of competition, the Chelsea manager always rotates the midweek squad. And what day is that usually? Yes, it's going to be Thursday where they play the Conference League. So this is quite set up for a potential Jackson benching. Won't be the worst thing in the world though, because in game week 19 they play Ipswich, which will basically guarantee that Jackson starts that one. As long as Enzo does play and Jackson misses out, I might actually take that. But even with his current form, I think he might be rotated. At the end of the day though, I had bigger fires to put out, so I'm going to keep Jackson. Don't you have much expectation this game week. Then finally, João Pedro, can he repay the faith? Brentford at home is a great fixture. I just hope that he gets at least an attacking return in this one. João Pedro's fixture though is great, and as is the entire starting 11, this should be a week of an absolutely massive FPL score. So you guys know what that usually means. Yes, it's probably going to be quite a low scoring affair. I'm just hoping for a green arrow as a little bit of a late Christmas present. With that being said, as mentioned last video before Christmas, hopefully you guys have a blessed period, and I'll be seeing you guys for Deadline stream on Boxing Day, 1 hour before the deadline. As always, you guys can follow me over on Twitter or join the Discord server, and I'll try and help you guys out over there with all your transfer dilemmas. But this is basically going to wrap the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Please don't forget to like if you did and subscribe if you have subscribed yet. Bell notification on for when we do go live for that Deadline stream. But for the time being, I'm signing off. It's been Dayvy FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.